Hi everybody, it's Sherry, your weekly cooking guru, or however you want to call it. Today, I know it's Wednesday, but I figured with the holiday, this is kind of technically my Tuesday, so I have a super exciting recipe that I wanted to share with you guys. It's a shrimp and green bean stir fry, and I thought we'd get started. It's actually a very, very quick and easy recipe, and I'm going to love it. The thing about this recipe is you can actually have rice, quinoa, and today what I'm doing is I'm going to have it with my spaghetti squash. So if you're not quite sure how to do spaghetti squash, it's very simple, and it probably takes about the same amount of time as it does to cook rice, but it actually is like a carb-free meal. So it's like really, really, really good. So I've already done my spaghetti squash, so I will show you when I plate it at the end. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start, and I'm going to add my olive oil into the pan. There we go. And then basically this is where it gets really easy. It's just a matter of just going to put that away. Okay, there we go. There. So I'm just going to heat up the oil. And then what I'm going to do is basically you're just sauteing the green beans and the shrimp. And then give it a good cook, a bit of a time in the pan, and then you're good to go. So super easy recipe, very good for the weeknight. This is my skillet number 2. The one I did last week was the turkey sweet potato skillet. And I was going to do turkey because obviously Thanksgiving, but then I thought sometimes you have so much turkey that you kind of like something different. So I'm doing tuna cakes for my mom tonight, and I thought this would be a perfect meal for me. So as the oil is heating, I'm going to be adding the garlic. It says 3 cloves, but I always find it easier that I use this stuff. So I'm just going to use 3 teaspoons, which is pretty much like 3 cloves, and let that go for a little bit. Get my tool of the trade. So I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. For all my American friends that are out there, I'm sure yours is coming. It's kind of nice to eat healthy again once you've indulged in all the turkey festivities of pumpkin pie, apple pie, stuffing, all that stuff. So it's sizzling nice and good, as you can see. There we go. There's my pan. And then what you're going to do is once this starts to get some flavoring and get a little bit, oh, there you go. You could actually add onion too if you wanted to. You can pretty much add whatever you want. Okay, so I'm smelling the garlic right now. So basically I'm going to add the green beans and let them cook. Saute them. And I'm also going to add mushrooms. This is one of those recipes that's really, really good for if you, like me, am working night shift and you don't want to have that heavy-duty carb thing going on. So you're going to give these a bit of a stir, let the sauteing happen. And I'm going to add once I'm done with this, I'm going to put it back in the bowl, and then I'm going to cook up my shrimp until they're nice and pink, and then we'll fuse them all together, and yeah, and then that is going to be it. So I'm going to add a little tiny bit of, about a 1/4 cup of broth. Now, you can use whatever type of broth that you'd like. I tend to do a lot of veggie broth, but you can use chicken, or I wouldn't really do beef because beef is a very strong flavor. And you don't want the green beans to be soggy. You want them to be a tender crisp. This is technically a stir-fry skillet, so you don't want to do that. So that's what it looks like with that. And you're just going to give that a bit of a toss. There we go. And I can smell the flavors. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of ginger. The recipe did call for fish sauce. I don't really have any, so that's why I'm using soy sauce instead to give that flavor. But you're going to add that when you fuse it all together. So we've got these going. So as you can see, I'll show you there. There we go.
The gravitational pull between two bodies becomes stronger.
It smells really, really good. So like I said, you don't want to overcook it. You want to do a nice quick, about maybe 3 minutes to fry. And I'm going to get my bowl. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reintroduce the shrimp and have them cooked. You have to wait, Lola. So you can see I'm just going to put them in the bowl. So that was about 2 to 3 minutes on the stove. And you can see there's no broth left, so that's good. So I'm just going to add a little bit of oil again for the shrimp and some garlic. And then this time, it's really, really super easy and it tastes so good. There we go. Just going to move that to the side. And then once again, we're going to get these going. And then I've got my shrimp. Let's toss those in there. You can see. There we go. I'll get it used to this sometime. There we go. So we're just tossing them. Till they're pink. Smells wonderful. This is definitely one that my husband would love. So once they're pretty on the pink side, you don't want them over pink because you're going to cook them, fuse them in with the green peppers and the mushrooms as well. So you want them a little bit pink. So I'll show you there. They're just a little bit pink there, if you can see. And like I said before, skillets, usually you use a cast iron pan, but I don't have one. I think I'm definitely going to be picking one up. So yeah, so they're getting pretty close. So I'm going to reintroduce the beans and the mushrooms. And give that a good stir. And then now this is where I'm going to add the remaining of the broth, but I'm also going to be introducing the ginger and the soy. There. Doesn't that look, well, I'll show you in a sec here. So like I said, you want it to be a crispy tender. You don't want it to be overcooked. This is a stir fry. There we go. I'll give you a quick show. There you go. Can you see that? Looks pretty good. So then I'm going to add the soy sauce. The shrimp are looking really good. The mushrooms are looking really good. There we go. You can see the flavors are reducing. There we go. The rest of the vegetable broth. And then you're going to add some soy sauce, of course. And then if you want to have a bit of a sauce, like so it's not runny, you can add a little bit of cornstarch and water to give it that little bit of a flavoring. It smells really good. So I'm just going to give this another toss. You can see the shrimp are just, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of ginger. Now normally I have fresh ginger, but I guess I use it a lot, so I have to pick dried ginger, but that's still good. That's still really good. So here we go. A little bit of, I'll give you a show. There you go. How does that look? Pretty darn good if you do ask me. So I'm going to add a little bit of, one of these days I'm going to get it right. So I'm going to add a little bit of the powdered ginger. About half a teaspoon. Ginger is very strong. Just going to give that a bit of a stir. There we go. Now it's starting to smell. And the beans are just at the right stage where they're nice and crispy, but there's still a little bit of a crisp tender, which is exactly what we want. And then you can add, oh, that does smell good. This is really, really tasty. And this is one of those healthy, clean meals that give you the protein, the vegetables. And like I said, if you use it with the spaghetti squash, you've got next to no carbs. So I'm just gonna plate it. And I'll show you how I do my squash. So like I said, I've already had it done. So here's your squash here. So you're going to turn it upside down, and then you're just going to scrape it, and then that's where you get kind of like the stir-fry noodle. You know, when you go to a Chinese food place and you get the fried noodles, only this is way healthier. So then you have this. There we go. I usually put it on at about 350, 400, and takes about 20 minutes to half an hour at the very most. There we go. Get it all because it's so tasty. There we go. And then I'm just going to put, so there's the squash. And then I'm just going to get my beans and shrimp. There we go. Alright, and then there we go.
Yes. You show such compassion. And yet, I wonder.
Oh, it just smells good. It smells wonderful. And there you have it. There is my shrimp, green bean, and mushroom stir fry. So please feel free. Like I said, I'll have the recipe on the blog, which is www.cupcakestokale.ca, and enjoy.
What do you think?